Hey everybody, today on Henry's HowTos, I'm going to show you how to make naan bread. Let's get straight into it. So we'll start by placing 1 sachet of dry yeast into a bowl. To our yeast, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of sugar, about 1 teaspoon of salt, about 1 tablespoon of Greek yogurt. Make sure not to use sweetened yogurt. And we're going to add 1 cup of warm water. Now make sure it's warm, not hot, and not cold. Now we just want to mix this all together and dissolve it. Now if you are using instant yeast, you can start working on it straight away. You don't need to wait for the yeast to activate. So what we're going to do is start by adding in about 2 cups of plain flour. And just with our fingers, we want to put them all together like this, so almost make a whisk. And we're just going to stir. Once that's all dissolved, we're going to add in another half a cup of flour. And stir that through as well. Now, I get asked all the time why I make my bread using hand. I prefer it because it comes out completely different. You'll be surprised. Because you work it gently, it makes a big difference. In my restaurant, the only time we use a mixer is when we're making our pizza dough, but that's only because we're using 20 kilos of flour at a time. And that's on a daily basis, so it's not something I can do by hand. Now we'll just add in another half a cup. You want to get the excess off your fingers as well, so you can mix that through as well. So once your dough starts to come together like that, we're going to take it out, and we'll sprinkle some flour on our surface. And all we're going to do at this point, guys, is just knead it. So we want to knead it for about 5 or 10 minutes. So to knead, all you need to do, fold it over, pull it, fold it over again, push it down. It's something a machine can't do. It can only be done by hand. Now have some spare flour as well if you need it, if it does start to stick. But for the actual dough itself, basically it is 1 cup of water to 3 cups of flour. And the other reason why I add flour gradually, guys, you'll be surprised, but basically depending on the weather, humidity, everything, the amount of flour you'll need can vary. So instead of pouring it all in as a clump and making a messy dough, just do it gradually and work it in. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes, so our dough's ready. So what we're going to do is bring back our first bowl. Sprinkle just a touch of flour inside to stop it sticking. We'll place our dough right in the center. And we'll just cover this with some cling wrap. Place it in a warm place to rise. This will generally take around 45 minutes to an hour. By using cling wrap, you'll be able to see when it's actually ready. That's why I don't use a tea towel. So we'll come back when it's ready and move on. So as you can see, our dough has risen, so we can move on now. So at this point, you need to determine if you want to bake these or if you want to put them in a frying pan. Now, personally, I always cook these in a frying pan. Obviously, we can't do it in a tandoor because we don't have the option available, and I'm sure neither of you at home do as well. But basically, that's just an oven that's in the ground. So if you do want to bake these in the oven, preheat your oven to about 200 degrees Celsius. If you want to do it in a frying pan, which is what I'm going to do, then just follow this. So before we portion out our dough, you need to determine how big it needs to be. I'm going to put in a frying pan this size, so when we roll our dough out, it shouldn't be bigger than this center here. So we'll take our dough out, add some flour on your surface, we don't want this to stick. And basically I'm just going to cut it in half, so you make 2 pieces now. And all I'm going to do is just turn this into a ball. like so. And all we want to do is just flatten it out. Now you can use a rolling pin if you like, but it's easy enough to do it by hand and it looks better as well. So just keep on stretching it out and ensure you're maintaining a nice circle. You can do it oval shape too if you like, it's up to you. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just get my pan and just place it on top. As you can see, it goes completely over the dough. So we're at the right size. It is a bit close, so we don't want to roll it out anymore. So that's one piece ready, so we'll cook this one, then we'll do the other one. So as for the cooking part, we're going to put our pan on the heat, and just on a high heat, add about 2 tablespoons of oil. We want to make sure our pan's nice and hot before we put it in. Once your oil is hot, turn your heat down to low to medium, and we'll place our dough straight in like so. So if you look carefully, you'll see that it's starting to puff up on the sides. So that's the result that we want. Now all up, this shouldn't take longer than about 5 minutes for both sides. If you are putting it in the oven, same principle, 200 degrees, you're looking at about 5 minutes as well. We don't want it to over bake, we just want a little bit of a golden brown color because it still needs to be nice and soft. So it's been 2 minutes so far, so just grab it from the sides and just look at that beautiful color. So what we're going to do is add about 2 tablespoons of oil on this side, and all we want to do is carefully flip it over and just look at that. Now what I've got here is 1 tablespoon of butter with 1 tablespoon of chopped parsley. We're just going to brush this on top. And we'll save the rest for the other side. So it should be about another 2 minutes. So after about 2 minutes, we'll have a check on the other side, and look at that, beautiful. So we'll flip it again at this point, and turn your heat off. And we're going to brush the remainder of our butter and parsley. And now we're ready to serve. And just how beautiful does that look? Nice and soft on the inside and nice and fluffy. So you need to make sure that it is foldable like that. That's very important. That's why I said don't overcook it. And guys, that's all there is to it. That's how we make naan bread. I hope you like that. Please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Facebook, Snapchat and Instagram. If you have any comments or suggestions, just leave them at the bottom and I'll see you all next time.